This is the scene of the greatest shock in Scottish Cup history. And now it's the home of a true Rangers cult hero, because Nacho Novo has taken on the manager's job here at Darvel FC. It's now 2 years since that historic victory over Aberdeen in the Scottish Cup, and now Darvel find themselves in the first division of the West of Scotland Football League. They'll be hoping that Nacho can take them back up to the West of Scotland Premier Division, and who knows beyond that. Could it be the Lowland League? Could it be even more success? We sat down with Nacho for his first big interview in this manager's job in Scotland to ask him his plans for the club, his aims for the season, what he's learned from the great managers that he's worked under, and why he chose Darvel. So, Nacho Novo, thanks for joining us for one of your first big interviews now as manager of Darvel. You've had a great playing career and you've started your coaching journey, but why, for your first manager's job in Scotland, why Darvel?
Well, first and foremost, just because it's the first club. It's given me the opportunity. They trust me to do a job, and you know, I knew it's over here in Scotland it's going to be difficult because you know the Celtic and Rangers and how I was as a player, the thinking that and the saying outside the pitch and things like that is. But my lesson is just that's how they are at the moment. But that's not keep me, you know, being hungry just to try to start working and get a manager job. So on that terms is I need to thanks to Darvel because they had the confidence on me and also it's a family club and that's what that's the connection there. So yeah, it's gonna be a good journey, and yeah, I spoke to the players, and yesterday I had the first session. So, and the boys they're doing well, So we have a good group, but yeah, just looking forward to it. But now I'm more busy all the time. Now my head is just thinking about.
You don't sleep?
No sleep, like just thinking about things, which is I really enjoy because, sometimes when you play as a professional and then over the sudden just stops, it's you don't know what to do with yourself, But this is just get back into, when I used to be a player, that.
Because being in the dressing room again?
Yeah, 24 hours all the time. Obviously, I was in Drumchapel before, which is they give me this opportunity to be a head coach, and I really enjoy it. Had very good players as well, so the players always been respect to me, and enjoy the training. So yeah, it's now it's time to move on and do well for this football club.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually from Darvel, so I can say when I went into the spa on Sunday, the woman behind the counter said to me, "So do you know who's going to be the manager of Darvel?" The town's already really excited, and you said it's a family, it's a community club. So are you feeling that sense of excitement already?
Yeah. I just love that clubs because that clubs are the ones is going to be bigger, and. For me, it's good to have a community, and is being all together as a family and things like that. And I want this club just to, to the fans just to come on to support the players because the players need the fans as well. Like Aberdeen, how many fans was here. What I'm going to try to do is just to try to make as many people in, to support the team, the club, because that's what it's all about, on the end of the day. So the main thing, not because you play against Aberdeen or, you know, bigger clubs, that's what they want as well, you know. And eventually how they win and everything as well, it was great. Yeah. You know, I remember it was that game. But lesson on the end of the day, like, we need to stick together. I have a big words with the players as well, you know, and try to help them out, try to look after them, you know, and hope they do the same back, you know. But it's not just for me, just for the fan, for the community. So I think that's a big part.
So tell us a little bit about your coaching journey so far. You went over to America, you were with Lexington, you had some success there too, and then obviously you were in at Drumchapel. You know, what have you kind of learned about yourself in that time that you can bring here?
Well, you see, to be fair, before on my coaching journey, I was thinking as a player.
Yeah.
You know, so just coming back to Lexington, it was, you know, that's what showed me, like, you know, you actually need to think as a coach or as a manager, you know. But yeah, I learned lots of things, especially in Lexington when I was the manager there. And, you know, my only thing just put a young player, 16, make his debut in League One in the last game of the season, and then eventually they just come out and they just score, so we draw. But you know, but at least, you know, I feel bad for the kid, you know. I feel bad for the kid, but sorry.
That's okay.
I feel bad for the kid, but you know, at least he's made his debut, and
he will learn from that. Yeah, he would learn.
Yeah. But that's what I told him. Maybe I should not put him on. Maybe, you know, but that's a challenge, and obviously I spoke to him. You need to be proud of it. You know, it's not was his fault anyway. So yeah, that's my only thing. But I will keep doing it again. You know, if I see a young player that, you know, I see he's got potential.
Was that quite a big thing for you then? You know, Darvel as well. You know, they want to bring the young players through. Is that passion of yours bringing up youth players, youth development?
Yeah, 100%. Listen, you know, I know so many people just try to, obviously, because be a manager is a hard job. You need to win games, or you're not winning games, you know, where these days, you know. But you see the youth especially. That's the best thing you can have. If you have a good structure, you have a good setup, and bring good players up, then the clubs can use them and probably sell them to bigger clubs, you know. So, but yeah, it's you know, I think is gonna be good. I'm looking forward to it. And also, like, you know, I very in contact with Ali, the under 20s manager, and yeah, yes, that's the best thing. And I'm always offer, you know, to look the youth, you know, all the time. So yeah.
So you touched on it a wee bit before, that you've been desperate for an opportunity to step out and be a manager. You know, you felt ready to be a manager for a while, but it's been difficult. Is that because of you know, what people think you were like as a player, and I'm sure there's things about what you were like as a player that are good, you know, like people like the passion.
100%, 100%. But listen, I'm going to prove it, and you know, people can say whatever they want to say, but that's made me even anger and go for this job. Like since I've been named, I just non-stop, non-stop. You know, I take the team now to our new installations, bare installations. So we need to look after the players as well, you know, because on the end of the day, the manager can have a saying, but the players are the ones who's winning. You know what I mean? So yeah, and hopefully this Saturday will be a good Saturday.
Well, that's, I mean, so you're obviously a huge name in Scottish football, a hero with maybe half the country, but a lot of people will have their eyes on you, but you want to put the focus on the players, you know, like if they win, it's the work they're doing.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, I don't mind me taking all the attention, you know, as long as the players, they don't put pressure on the players, you know what I mean? I take anything, but...
Is that maybe something you would have picked up from now? You've worked under some great managers in your time, Alex McLeish, Walter Smith.
Yeah.
What have you learned from them that you could take to here?
A lot. Especially for the players, you know. I want to get to know the players, you know, and help them, you know. But you need to have a happy camp. You need to make everyone together and everyone thinking about winning, which yesterday they showed me that, you know, they're being about nappy against each other as well. So, but that's football. That's what is going to make you success as well. You know, they love the training and everything. So, yeah, just I start and.
I suppose all the best training sessions when you were at Rangers, I imagine there would be a lot of players that there'd be no love lost. You know, players would be nippy with each other at the height of your success because it brings the best out of you.
Yeah, you need to. Obviously, no stupid tackles, something like that, but you know, is good. You know, I enjoy watching players just being angry about, you know, just working hard. I enjoy that because I was a player and that's how I work all the time. So yeah, it's. I think we're gonna be good, and hopefully all together, you know, we start winning. But you know, it's just not about just winning one game. It need to be the consistency need to be there. But yeah, I'm absolutely positive with this squad, and you know, and see what they can bring.
I mean, is there anything that Alex McLeish or Walter Smith maybe said to you as a player that you still remember really fondly? Or, I mean, did they ever think you would become a manager?
Not really. Not really. Just I'm enjoy being involved in you know, in football and stuff like that, and you know, but it's never thought I would be a manager. No. But then, you know, eventually, you know, when you've been coaching for a while, and then you want, let's say, it's just I need something more. So then I just want to be a manager. I really enjoy the time manager in Lexington. So yeah, it was absolutely great, but yeah, it's all the time your head working, and going to see games, going to see players, and seeing players that people agents or whatever sent, stuff like that, and I just enjoy that, because I'm 48 hours a day.
Yep. Football's changed slightly, certainly maybe at the top level from when you were playing and when you were working with the likes of McLeish and Walter Smith. And there was that spell under Paul Le Guen at Rangers that wasn't quite as successful, but if you think then, is there anything that you want to avoid, or anything that that's not going to be part of my management?
Yeah, 100%, but I'm going to tell you how my team is going to be. My team is going to play aggressive.
That's what a Nacho Novo team like, aggressive, intense.
Aggressive, intensity. And, and that's I mean, not aggressive just in kick people and things like that, because they ain't red cards and things like that, but just I just want the team to be aggressive, and and help each other, fight as a team, so, and then play our football.
Yep, you mentioned the Aberdeen game, you watched it, it was amazing. Darvel then won the Scottish Junior Cup as well. Now for the aims for this season, hopefully the club gets back to that level, but for this season, what are your main aims?
Just try to get up into the Premier League. I know if we get up to 8th, we get up straight, but my main thing is just try to get in the 5th or 4th place, but it's a lesson. I don't want to say that, but I'm always like to not put like what position you want to end. I want my team just to thinking in winning mentality, and never give up. So you never know, it's still a long way to go in the league. So just as high as we can be, and that's, I will put all my work and effort on my players to be fit, play football, and just concentrate, just get out on the park and winning.
All right, Nacho, thank you. It's been a pleasure, and all the best for the season.
Thank you.
And good luck on Saturday.
Thank you. I'm gonna need it.